And that's like the best close to poreless skin that I've seen, and where I'm like, what are you doing that I need to do this? Things like that. So welcome back to Vital Skin Essentials. I'm Lorena.
And I'm Emma, and welcome to our brightening series. Today we're going to be talking about acids. So one of my favorite acids is azelaic acid. I like it because it's really versatile. You can use it on different skin types. You can also use it while you're pregnant. It's one that people use a lot while they're pregnant because it's very brightening, and it kind of helps to like offset the melasma a bit. And it's safe. A lot of them aren't safe. So this one is a carboxy-based acid, which means it's derived from grain. And it also stimulates growth factors, helps to stimulate collagen, elastin. And yeah,
perfect.
I love it.
One of my favorite ones is similar to yours. It's the AHA lactic acid. It is from a milk compound. So you hear people taking milk and honey baths because the lactic acid in the honey helps soften the skin, exfoliates the skin. You do get really great brightening benefits because it is an exfoliating acid. So you have cellular renewal. So you're always having that fresh new skin on the surface. So you look less dull and devitalized. You get those brightening properties, but also anti-aging properties because of that exfoliation process. So in addition to that, great for hydration. So you get all these great benefits from one alpha hydroxy lactic acid. That's one of my favorite ones. Again, great for all skin types, specifically more melanated skin tones. You can't use all types of acids on that type of skin because it becomes a little bit more harsh for them, and it causes actually even more pigmentation for them, unfortunately. So I can do a little bit. Yeah, I can do a little bit of everything because I'm not too melanated, but you just have to be cautious. But lactic acid is generally a safe acid for all skin types.
Wasn't that Cleopatra who did?
Yes, milk and honey baths. Yes.
So the next one I want to talk about is kojic acid. So kojic acid is a fungi-based acid, so usually mushroom or rice derived, but not always. And this one is good for brightening, especially good for people who are pregnant with melasma because it is pregnancy safe and it actually suppresses the overproduction of melanin in the melanocyte. So it is definitely not just targeting the surface pigmentation by exfoliating, but it's actually suppressing future pigmentation, which is really cool, and just giving an overall kind of bright, dewy, healthy look to healthy look to the skin. So I really like this ingredient, and you will see it a lot in brightening products. I feel like more and more I see it in products. So
and
I one of my favorites.
Mentioning to you that you see it a lot in combination with turmeric because of its anti-inflammatory properties, brightening properties. So those two make a really good combo.
Yeah,
what I've seen in a lot of skincare products.
Yeah, that's so cool, and it's so cool that ingredient is like it's a supplement, and it's anti-inflammatory, like topically and internally,
because what happens is sometimes when your skin is inflamed or you have those big bumps that come up on the skin, a lot of the time this is what we call inflammation, and a lot of the time that inflammation causes trauma to the skin, and that trauma to the skin is what causes more melanin and more melanin production, or in the skin cells, so it causes pigmentation. And that's where you get the acne scarring and things like that from that type of trauma to the skin. So having turmeric, something anti-inflammatory, or even zinc can be super beneficial if you're dealing with that type of pigmentation.
Yeah, because our skin is just trying to help us out, and that's why it's sending up the pigmentation to help us. So we just need to like turn off those inflammatory signals. And
it's just the responsive, it's responsive to the skin, trying to protect it, creating more melanin in the skin. So it's such a great thing that the skin does to protect itself, but then we have to try and correct it. So,
it's like, don't help us so much, skin.
Exactly. One of my other favorite ones is not for sensitive skin. It's actually best for thicker skin, more textured skin, more congested skin. This is another AHA or alpha hydroxy. It is glycolic acid. And from what we saw on the internet, people are putting glycolic acid on their underarms and their bottoms of the feet, which I can see why. Glycolic acid is sugarcane derivative type of acid. And so it's, again, made for thicker skin, which the bottom of your feet, if you have more of that cracked heel, I've seen treatments for that. We talked about
the little baggies that you put over your
booties.
feet.
Yeah, the little booties for your feet. That is, and you said there's also lactic acid ones.
I've seen lactic acid ones, and then I've seen, I think it might be glycolic. There was one that I did that was really strong one time, and my foot was actually like peeling off.
I think I used a lactic acid one, but I don't think I used a glycolic one. But I didn't get a lot of peeling, thankfully. Yeah, but
be thankful.
Those are fun. Those are fun to use. Glycolic acid I also use for body exfoliation because we have thicker skin on the body. I do use a glycolic scrub sometimes.
Oh yeah,
and
that's great.
Those are really nice, especially if you sit for long periods of time, like myself. You start to develop like either like what they call strawberry legs or KP, or if you have any really kind of, I even have psoriasis on my elbow and a little bit on my knee, and it doesn't help with psoriasis like to prevent it or anything, but it does help with that excess dead skin that is caused, that psoriasis builds up. And so that's one of the things that one keeps it at bay. It doesn't help with specifically psoriasis, but I notice an improvement in the flakiness of the skin. So actually, do you remember what it looked like?
No, I don't remember.
It was like all white. And now it's like pinkish and a little bit of red, but it's not super flaky. I'll have to show you a before photo.
Did you use some on it?
Yeah.
Like some acid?
Yeah. Also, I've changed my diet, but that's been helping too.
Yeah. It's all like, it all comes together, right? You have to do things topically and you have to do things internally. And
yeah, absolutely. So those are some of our favorite acids.
Yes. And we'll talk about more of our favorite acids next time. There's so many different acids that it's really hard to cover them in one episode.
Right. Oh, and your lasers.
Oh, yes. And I want to talk about brightening lasers. I also want to talk a little bit about prescription brighteners. This is going to be more like lighteners, I guess, than just overall brightness of the skin. This is going to be products that are specifically designed to get rid of dark hyperpigmentation in the skin, which is a good conversation to have because summer's, like I was going to say almost over, but I guess it's over. It still is summer outside, but the season's over. Right. But this is getting close to the time of year where we start to think about really treating hyperpigmentation, whether it's products, lasers, or I think is the best is both.
Approach.
Yeah.
I agree. I was telling Emma off camera that some of the best skin that I've seen are people who get either annual lasers or biannual lasers. Is that a word? Biannual?
I think so.
Yeah, biannual lasers. So 2 lasers a year. And so then they're consistent with their routine at home. They keep it simple, but they're consistent with their regimen and they're consistent with their monthly facials. And that's like the best close to poreless skin that I've seen, and where I'm like, what are you doing that I need to do this? You know, things like that. So it's only a few people in my lifetime that I'd say I've seen in the 10 years
poreless skin.
The poreless look. Yeah. Because they still have pores, but you can't tell.
Yeah.
So, or they're using like a combination of like retinol or something that they've been using for like 20 years.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so retinol is like good for, I think, almost everything if you can tolerate it.
Sneak peek. No, not sneak peek. No, I won't do sneak peek. But I'm very excited for you guys to see what we have in the works. We just came across this really nice brand. I gave Emma a few samples to try so she can give her full and honest opinion, but I'm very excited about a little line launch.
I'll do a little before and after.
Yeah. Well, there's a 4-week clinical trial that is like pretty amazing results. If I can get my hands on that photo, like I'll say.
Oh yeah, we could post the photo too.
Like she looked like she had a facelift.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, in 4 weeks. Anyway,
I'm sold.
Very
Sign me up.
I can't reveal it yet. Because we still need to launch it and have that little launch party. And then after the little launch party, we can announce it on here. So I'm very excited for you guys to try. But stay tuned for our next video, part 2 of our brightening series, where we cover other acids, as Emma mentioned. And so we'll see you there.
Yes, thank you for tuning in.
Thank you.